is Roque Montero, and we're gonna go over this business opportunity meeting. I'm gonna share here the screen with you in reference to our funeral assistance membership. Notice that I keep saying membership. So I am gonna go over the difference, okay, between the options that the consumer has out there. All right. So tonight we're gonna talk about how to take care of those inevitable funeral expenses when we lose a relative. All right. So, in general, people buy life insurance and it's good. All right. Life insurance is a great product. I come from that industry. I am a life licensed agent in Florida, and um, uh, it was a great experience also. And then a colleague invited me to a meeting like this, and I was very impressed with the information. Okay, so I hope you to please open your minds to this new concept. So people buy life insurance. As you know, the premium in life insurance, has to do with the age of the person and the health condition. The older the person, the more expensive it is. Okay, and then you're going to have the opportunity to compare what we do here. So number one, I just want you to have clear in your mind that this is not the insurance. All right. I just want to compare this with life insurance. Okay. There are two different products. In life insurance, you have to get licensed, okay, to sell that product in each state where you plan to sell, okay, because that's at the level state. You have to study for the license and get a license in every state where you plan to sell. Now, because of the fact that we are not a life insurance company, that means that you don't have to have a license to sell this membership in 48 states in the US. Think about that. This like automatically you hit the floor running with the opportunity to sell in 48 states over the telephone or via Zoom from the comfort of your home. And that's amazing. Okay. Now, in life insurance, keep in mind that the company may take a few days, okay, to make that payment, if not weeks. All right. So, in the meantime, if our family loses a relative, that funeral home is going to be waiting for them to get paid. Please keep in mind that funeral homes don't do anything if they don't get paid in advance. I'm talking about the whole amount. All right. So, as you know, in life insurance, you get what's called a face amount, like a specific amount of money, and then you pay with that money, whatever you can pay, with that. All right, and it's great. Okay, life insurance is a great product, but it should be used to cover other expenses, because when it comes specifically to um, cover funeral expenses, there is no other plan that's better than this, and you will be the judge. All right. So now the other option that people have is something called a pre-need plan. Okay. A pre-need plan is when you go to, let's say, a funeral home of your choice, and then you prepay the full cost of the funeral service. So if you notice, in the two most common options that the consumer has in the US, life insurance and a pre-need plan, the consumer ends up paying the full cost of the funeral service from their pocket. Remember, even in life insurance, you have to collect the money. Visualize yourself that you already had your money in your pocket, right? Guess what? Now you have to pay the full cost of the funeral service. Not with us, okay? Our membership is different. Please remember that we never, because we're not life insurance or a pre-need plan, we never deliver cash to our members. We deliver the actual service that people need at that time. All right. So the title of this membership is here: Funeral Assistance Membership to help families with funeral arrangements. Okay. So now, why Assure for Life? Why should people select Assure for Life? I'm gonna go over that the fact that since 2005, this company, okay, came to the U.S., okay, as Protection Plenitude. That's the name of the company in the US. The name of the membership is Assure for Life. And then our plan to assist families in making, okay, that's what we do. We deliver, benefits to help families to plan for those arrangements, okay, whenever they need them, all right, at the time they need it. We are part of an even larger company called Plenitude, a company with, check this out, probably most of us, if not all, on this meeting, were not born yet, okay, when this company was already helping families with this same exact concept in other countries for over 70 years, exactly 73 years now. Okay, so more than 2,500 organizations make up our portfolio of clients throughout the US, Latin America, and the Caribbean. That's our coverage area. Okay, so okay, see, this is growing, which is awesome. Check this out. This is easy to say, but can you imagine the amount of experience that a company can accumulate in 73 years? Check this out, delivering over 10,000 funeral services every year. My God, that's a lot of funeral services every year. Okay, so now think about the, how strong this company is. That's why you should like pay attention carefully, because you cannot go wrong with a membership like this. All right, so Assure for Life offers a plan to assist families in making funeral arrangements in the US. Like insurance, right, or a prepaid plan, then this membership does not deliver money. Remember that. Instead, we offer the support and the planning and the organization of funeral services when a member passes in our membership. All right. So we have our providers. Okay. Now, when members are part of this plan, then we offer, as a company, we offer the accompaniment, the assistance, the peace of mind, okay, and the consolation to their families in those moments, all right? So we offer assistance in arranging traditional funeral services. I'll give you more details. We also pay for the transport of the deceased within the U.S., Washington, D.C., Puerto Rico, and also the what's called expatriation, which is the transport of the body from the U.S. to any country in Latin America or Haiti, Jamaica, and the Dominican Republic, which is the three countries that we cover in the Caribbean. As you see here in this on this map, highlighted are our coverage area. Okay, you see the countries that we have there. All right, so you see here Alaska. In the US, we are in 48 states with the exception of Michigan and North Dakota. All right, and then every country in Latin America, from Mexico all the way south to Argentina. That's our coverage area. So check this out. This company started in Colombia in 1950. The business was so great that it expanded successfully to Venezuela in 1994, Costa Rica 2001, Mexico 2006, the US 2005. Okay, we have been in the US for over 18 years now, and Panama since 2009. We deliver such a great service that we have earned an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Okay, that's something to keep in mind. We have a lot of testimonials, and these are the options that people get when they lose a relative, okay, in our membership. These are the options that they may select at the time when the families need the service, all right? So this is pretty simple. This is just a comparison between the benefits that we deliver in the US and other countries. That's all it is. So here are in detail. Now, when we deliver a funeral service in the US, then we are going to let them know that, that they're going to use these as specific services. Ladies and gents, if you check the client's contract, okay, what if I tell you that it's only 1.5 pages? Yes, that's how pretty transparent, pretty straightforward our membership is. We deliver, like specific benefits, all right? Now, in the national option, so what that means is we deliver the service in the US, and then we're going to deliver the assistance in arranging for a traditional funeral. I'll give you more details in the next slide. The assistance in arranging for a cremation and urn or standard casket and hearse to the cemetery. Ladies and gents, in the US, one thing is the expenses at the funeral home, and we pay for that. And we also pay for cremation if that's what the clients want. But if somebody wants a burial in the US, please, we're going to let them know upfront that we do not cover burial expenses in the US. The family needs to have a separate plan for that. We cover, again, the funeral home expenses. The national average of a funeral home service in the US was $7,848 in 2021. So now it's even more. So think about that. In our flagship plan, which is the family plan, where families can protect up to 7 members, think about that means that every time a family loses a member, they don't have to come up with that money from their pocket at that time if they are members of our plan, because the company at that time will locate a good quality funeral home in the city where the family wants the funeral service to take place, anywhere within our coverage area. Think about that. So whatever a standard funeral home package cost in that city where the family needs the funeral service to take place, whether it's in Miami, New York, Los Angeles, Caracas, Brazil, anywhere within our coverage area, whatever again a standard funeral home package costs in that city, the company will pay for it. So the company will locate a good quality funeral home. So think about, what if you lose a relative, let's say at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning? If you have a life insurance policy, don't get me wrong, but if you try to call your life insurance company at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, chances are you will get a recorded message saying that you have to call during normal business hours. In the meantime, there is a body there at your home or wherever the body is at. But if you have our membership, you just contact our funeral emergency line, which is available 24/7, and a live representative will locate a good quality funeral home in that city. Think about that. The company will pay that funeral home on the spot. Think about it. That funeral home is going to offer the service to that family. So the company will connect the funeral home with the family. All right. So again, we do not cover burial expenses in the US. However, we will help with 2 items related to a burial, and that is we will provide with the casket and the hearse to the cemetery. All right. So now, keep in mind that our membership also offers a round trip ticket, airline ticket. And we all know that when we lose a relative and we try to purchase like an airline ticket from one day to the next, guess what? We all know that it's very expensive, right? So guess what? Families with us have the peace of mind to know that no matter how much that ticket is, we will pay for it. The client just needs to let the company know when they plan to travel and when they plan to come back. And then we will deliver that ticket to the holder, all right? To go to the funeral services to each one of the other members. Think about that. That's a lot of benefits for the buck. Okay, I'll go over the rates later. So then here reads assistance in coordinating the cemetery and burial arrangements. So if you notice, there is an X right here because, again, we do not cover burial expenses in the US. Right? Now, assistance in arranging for a mortuary shipping service throughout the country. So what that means is that, let's say you lose a relative who lives in a different state. Guess what? The transport of the body from one state to another is covered in this membership. That's a few thousands of dollars in addition to the benefits that I'm mentioning here. All right. So you do the math. All right. Now, it's assistance arranging for international more here because it simply does not apply. We're delivering the service in the US. Now, if you notice in the an option here, the return option, the column in the middle is called the return option. This is when, as an example, people who, well, let's say, were born in Latin America or the Caribbean, and now they live in the US, and the person passes in the US, then we're going to return that body to their country, again, within our coverage area, and we will pay for all the benefits that I just mentioned, with the only difference that if you notice right here, see, we do cover burial expenses in Latin America or the Caribbean in the covers in the countries that I mentioned, all right? So that's the only difference, okay, in the benefits between the US and Latin America. Again, we do not cover burial expenses in the US, but we do cover them in Latin America and the covered countries in the Caribbean. Option number 3, this last column here on the right. Okay, this is the flexibility that this plan offers, that we can actually protect members who live in those countries in Latin America or Haiti, Jamaica, and the Dominican Republic in the Caribbean. So the holder must live in the US, and he or she may protect other members who live in those countries as well, right? So the other members may live in the US or those countries in Latin America or the Caribbean. So check this out. We don't do any medical exams. Oh, awesome, because in life insurance, normally you have to go through a medical exam. All right, we only have 4 health conditions. I'll let you know about that, but these are the options that people get when they lose a relative with our membership. So now I am going to go over the details, exactly what covers when we say that we pay for a traditional or standard funeral home package. So visualize that we already paid that funeral home that the company selected, right? And then that funeral home is going to offer these 7 specific items. Remember, we're all about specific benefits. So that funeral home is going to transfer, right? It's going to pick up the body, wherever the body is at, home or at a hospital, maybe at a nursing home, or maybe on the street if the person passed because of an accident. Okay, that funeral home will pick up the body to a local funeral provider. Or remember, the transport of the body to a different state is also included. That in that funeral home, see, that's going to cover the embalming or preparation of the body for the vigil, the use of the room or chapel of the funeral home for the wake, and we are also going to pay for the casket or chest. Think about that, okay? Those items are, expensive. These are a couple of thousands of dollars, okay? So the funeral home director fees, that's another couple of thousands of dollars, okay? And then the book of signatures and remembrance or prayer cards. One death certificate. Specific benefits. I keep, hammering that because we are all about specific benefits, all right? I'll give you an example of what we do not cover, okay? Flowers, or maybe those limos, right, that go from the funeral home to the cemetery. That's something extra. Or maybe a religious leader wants to come to the funeral service to, to mention a few words. That's something that's not considered essential. Okay, the family would have to pay for those extras, right? If they want them, of course. So if they want cremation, remember that we will deliver, we will pay for the cremation process or urn, okay? Remember to keep your questions until the end of the presentation. If they want a burial, remember we are also going to help with those 2 items, a basic coffin and the carriage transfer to the cemetery, okay? And now we're gonna talk about the requirements, okay, for a family plan, okay, where families can protect up to 7 members, all right? Now, the round trip ticket is exclusively for the holder. In the family plan, families may protect up to 7 members, where the holder must be between the age of 18 and 65, and the other members may be from age 0 to 65, not even related to the holder. That's another flexibility of this membership. That means that you can let's say include your brothers, your cousins, your nephews, your nieces, even your best friend or a good neighbor. That's something that cannot be done in life insurance. That's how flexible this plan is. And the company allows a holder to own up to 3 different plans. Can you imagine? So you were able to protect up to 21 people in 3 different plans. Isn't that awesome? That's like in my case. Okay, I am the seventh of 9 brothers. And that's why I have a plan to protect my mother, my wife, my kids, my sister who live, my nieces who live in the U.S., and then another plan to cover my brothers who live in South America. Okay, that's how flexible this is. Now, you would say, why do I want to protect my brothers, my nieces? Well, guess what? Because those of us who live in the U.S. and have relatives who live in Latin America or the Caribbean, guess who is the first person that they call in most cases when they lose a relative in those countries? Us, right? The ones who live in the US, okay? The ones that in general have a more economical power to help them over there. So I'm better off putting them in this membership, all right? Because whenever they pass, I just have to call the company here. Hey, I just lost a brother, my mother, or anybody in those countries. And the company is the same thing. They will contact a good quality funeral home in that country, and they will deliver the benefits over there, and they will give me as a holder a round trip ticket to go to the funeral service that country. Isn't that awesome? You add all those benefits up, and then on the next slide, I'm going to go over the rates. So see, the other members that do not need to be related to the holder. Now, the company makes an exemption to the parents or the partner of the holder. They are accepted up to age 80 just to start the application. In other words, if you have a parent, that is 80 years of or younger, then they are accepted in the plan. All right. But once they are members, then we will go with them and we will protect them until the last days, whether they pass at age 90, 100 or more. We will deliver the benefit for, of course, as long as they continue paying the membership. Okay. So remember that the age limit of 80 is just to start the application. In other words, if you have a father or a mother or over the age of 80, like let's say 82 or 85, it's too late. Okay, they cannot be in the membership. Remember, the age limit is just to start on the application. Right. So the membership will be canceled for non-payment after 3 consecutive months. To request the assistance, the plan's payment must not have any delay. All right. We do have 2 waiting periods. So what that means is that we will start delivering these benefits on the 3rd business day after the first payment has been made, because of reasons like accidental death, a violent death, or suicide. Remember, the waiting period for a suicide in life insurance is 2 years. Here is only 3 business days. That's a lot of flexibility. Okay, now the other waiting period is related to sicknesses. So when a member passes because of a sickness, the waiting period is 6 months, but specifically 180 calendar days. I'll give you an example. Let's say a family is 180 days. Today is 180 days into the plan, and one of the members passes because of a sickness, we will deliver the benefits. However, let's say today is day 179 and a member passes because of a sickness, we will not deliver the benefits. Why? Because they have to be in the plan for at least 180 days. All right. It's that simple. We don't do any medical exams. How is that? All right. Remember, I mentioned that. However, we only ask 4 questions related to health. So there are 4 pre-existing conditions that the members cannot have at the time of the application. And that is, we don't take people with a terminal illness or with cancer or on dialysis or with a brain tumor. Those are the only conditions that are not accepted at the time of the application. Any other health condition is accepted. No matter what profession the member has, okay, then it will be accepted. Remember that in life insurance, if you're a pilot or a police officer or a firefighter, guess what? Those are considered like, dangerous jobs, right? And then the probabilities to die are higher, and that's in insurance that you have to pay more, and not here. Okay, everybody's treated the same here. All right, so think about that. That's a lot of flexibility. Now let's talk about the rates. Remember to keep your mics muted. I would appreciate that. Okay, so here we go. Now, this awesome plan, as you heard it, okay, with all those benefits, it's only $1,020 per year to cover up to 7 members. Ladies and gents, if the family had to pay this monthly, that's like $85 per month to cover 7 members. Okay, so if you divide $85 into 7 members, that's only $12.14 per member per month in the family plan. Oh my God, yes, you heard that right. That's how affordable this awesome membership is. Can you imagine? Try to buy a life insurance policy, okay, of $12.14, and you tell me, especially that you have the ability and the opportunity to protect members up to age 80. Never mind somebody, when they are like their 60s, their 70s, or even 80 years old. Try to buy a life insurance policy for $12.14, and you tell me, okay, what you can get. All right, if you get it, by the way. All right. So now, because of the fact that the benefits that we deliver are different in each state, then in the following states, we call them the special rate states, families only paid $840 per year to cover this up to 7 members. Okay, so when you divide at $840 into 12 months, that's only $70 per month to cover 7 members. Easy math. Only $10 per member per month. Yes. Okay, so that is in the states of Florida, North Carolina, South Carolina, New York, California, and Puerto Rico. All right. Now you maybe are asking yourself, why is it that we show annual rates for clients? Because this is the presentation that you will be reading to clients. All right. The reason for that is because we want to motivate the clients to pay a year in advance. The company offers incentives to clients who pay a year in advance. Check this out. Families who do that, we will give them 2 free months of additional membership. In other words, they pay for 12 months, but they get 14 months of membership. Months 13 and 14 will be free. So if you do the math, like in the standard rate states, which is, in most states, that's 85 times 2, that's $170 savings when a family pays a year in advance. But see, that's the incentive for the client. But what if I tell you that as a independent consultant with us, you will earn an extra $300 bonus because you explained to the family that they can save 2 months, $170, okay, when they pay a year in advance. Isn't that awesome? And that's $300 bonus. See, we haven't gotten to the compensation plan yet, but just for you to have an idea, that you're going to earn a bonus in addition to your commission, okay, which is great. All right. Now, in the special rate states, 2 months at $70, right? When the family pay a year in advance, that's $140 savings. All right. So now all plans have a one-time $30 enrollment fee, right? Now, for those individuals between the ages of 66 and 75, we have what we call the silver plan. This is very simple, right? A lot of people don't have children. So if they already are between 66 and 75 and they don't have a child who could be the holder of a plan where they can be like in a part of a family plan, then we have these rates for them. Okay, so they just pay a little bit more, okay, for one person, and they can add one more person for a maximum of 2 people in the silver plan. This is a plan with exactly the same benefits as in the family plan, ladies and gents, all right? And these are the rates for the special rate states, all right? For those people, again, between 66 and 75 years old, all right? Now, these are our two main numbers, okay? Our main telephone numbers. The first one is our funeral emergency line, which is 888-815-5817. It's available 24/7. And our customer service number, 855-275-2577, which is available Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time, all right? So those are the benefits of our awesome membership. And now I'm gonna go over the like how much you will make when you help families with this awesome membership. Okay, so check this out. I have this is another presentation about the compensation plan. Okay, now for like a summary of our compensation plan, I am gonna play this short video here first that refers to the commissions and the bonuses that you earn. So this the video gives you examples, okay, of how much you can make to start, okay, because we have 6 different levels that you can reach, and we will talk about that later. So let's go over the video, and I'll come back to you.
Hyundai Tucson versus Chevy Equinox. Look what Tucson has and what Equinox doesn't.
Climb to success with Assure for Life at our new Pioneer level. With us, you have the opportunity to grow financially while helping families across the United States. Start now and get a 50% commission on your personal sales, which can even go up to 80%. Plus, earn the following bonuses: $500 for every 4 personal sales per month, $300 for customers who pay you the full year, $200 for customers who pay you 6 months in advance, and $160 for customers who pay you 3 months in advance. With the new Pioneer level, your income has no limits. How can you achieve ID? It's easy. We offer you 3 paths to success. Route 1, annual sales. Make a minimum of 4 sales of a family plan in the month. $1,020 each you'll receive. 50% commission on $2,040. $500 US bonus for 4 sales. $300 bonus for each annualized sale. Total commission, $3,740. Route 2, semi-annual sales. Make a minimum of 4 sales of a family plan in the month. $1,020 each you'll obtain. 50% commissions on $2,040. $500 bonus for 4 sales. $200 bonus for each semi-annual sale. Total commission, $3,340. Route 3, quarterly sales. Make a minimum of 4 sales of a family plan in the month. $1,020 each you'll reach. $2,040 in commissions. $500 bonus for 4 sales. $160 bonus for each quarterly sale. Total commission, $3,180. Join us now and make your dreams come true with Assure for Life.
All right, so that's what you are able to earn, okay, the first month at the first level. How is that? An extra $200 to $2,300. Not bad, right, to start at the first level. And then the following video shows how you can get promoted to upper levels, okay, when you build sales teams, okay, and you're gonna do that with our help, with the help of your sponsor, okay. By the way, you were invited here by somebody else, okay. Then you, at the end, you will go back to that person for the next step. All right, so here we go with the next levels.
Conquer the United States with the confidence of having Assure for Life by your side. With our new You and Two More strategy, every person matters, transforming not only your future, but those around you. How to achieve ID? Attract or reactivate consultants with the new Pioneer strategy. Work with 2 pioneers to become a director and achieve a total of 10 sales as a team. Reach leader level with 2 frontline directors, accomplishing 22 team sales. Ascend to manager with 2 frontline leaders and achieve 46 team sales. Attain division manager level with 94 monthly team sales and at least 2 managers. Rise to the top as a regional manager, achieving 190 team sales and maintaining 2 active division managers. Growing as a team will bring you great benefits. Your commissions for personal sales will increase. Your 2 teams will ensure your promotion and production in each category. Residual income from team production will secure the financial freedom you deserve. Welcome to the top of your achievements. Join us now and make your dreams come true with Assure for Life.
All right, ladies and gents, and now I'll give you more details about the compensation plan. This information that you see here is at your fingerprints. We have our own consultants webpage, which is, as you can see, assureforlifeconsultant.com. All right. So here you have the opportunity with us to do personal or team sales. It's up to you. All right. You will see the huge potential when you build teams. All right. So basically, everybody starts as a pioneer. That's the name of the first level with 2 sales in every calendar month. You start earning 50% commission. Remember, you don't need a license. You can sell in 48 states with no medical exam. I mean, this is pretty like simple, you know. So now when you make 10 sales, whether personal or as a team, then you get promoted to director at 55%. These are the 2 levels that you can reach in personal sales. Now, as a team, then you can reach other levels, and you can the 6 different levels that the company offers here that you can achieve. As an example, once you become a pioneer, then you want to become a director by bringing 10 personal or team sales in any calendar month. Once you become a director, then you want to show 2 of your directs how to become directors, and that will push you up to the next level, which is leader. And the same formula repeats over and over again. As you saw in the video, you and 2 who duplicate the same concept over and over again. So you bring 2 pioneers, who bring 2 pioneers, who bring 2 pioneers, okay, in an infinite number, you know, and then that number of sales will count towards the number of sales that you need to get promoted and maintain that level, okay, with your team. So once you become a leader, you teach 2 of your teammates how to become leaders. That will push you up to manager, and the same concept all the way to the top position, which is regional manager. This ladder of success graph here shows you that once you become a regional manager, by the way, at this level, when you help a family, you will earn $816 just for 1 sale. But and that's great, but that's not the best part. The best part is the overrides, which is the difference between your level. As an example, let's say you're already a regional manager, right, at 80%. Let's say you invite somebody new to the business, a pioneer who is at 50%. This chart here shows that the difference is 30%. That's how much you're going to make every time that pioneer makes a sale. All right, and then you're going to override every director in your team by 25%. Not only that person's production, I'm talking about their entire teams. Think about that. All right. So the same thing with leaders. Okay, you are going to override them by 20%, managers by 15%, and division managers by 10%. All right. So now here just keep in mind that the sales that count here are family plans. All right. So this is a slide here that shows how to become a director with us. All right. So a director means that when you are a pioneer, then you see, let's say you're a pioneer, right? And you bring 2 pioneers, right? 2 independent consultants side by side, and they do exactly the same thing. They bring 2 pioneers, and at this 3rd level here, then they just have to make at least 1 sale. And then if you do the math, you will have 10 sales as a team using this formula. Okay, very important. Using this formula, then you get promoted to director. So this is how you get promoted to upper levels, using this specific formula of you and 2 more who duplicate that over and over again. All right. Now, once you become a director, then you want to show these 2 pioneers here how to become directors. In other words, they will take your place, and that will push you up to the next level, which is leader. So remember, a director brings 10 sales. So you need to have 2 directors side by side plus your 2 personal sales, that's 22 sales. That is the requirement for you to get promoted to leader. And then you will override your directors by 5% because you will be at 60%. Your directors are at 55. See that 5% difference you will override. And if you have pioneers, you will override them by 10%. Once you become a leader, then you want to show 2 of your teammates, just 2. You can have as many as you want, but the system is going to count that you have at least 2 leaders side by side. Each one of them bring 22 sales, right? Plus 22 sales on another from another leader, plus your 2 personal sales. Then that's 46 sales, the requirement to become a manager. Then you will override leaders by 5%, directors by 10%, and pioneers by 15%. Once you become a manager, you want to teach these 2 people how to become managers, and that will push you up to the next level, which is division manager. All right. See, a manager brings 46 sales. Then you have another manager with another 46 sales. Keep in mind that they have to be side by side, not one on top of the other one. So you got to have at least 2. All right. And then plus your 2 sales, that's 94 sales as a team. And then you will override managers by 5%, leaders by 10%, directors by 15%, and pioneers by 20%. Once you become a division manager, you teach these 2 consultants how to become division managers. They will take your place and you get promoted to the top level, which is regional manager. Ladies and gents, at the regional manager level, the company will pay check this out, a monthly bonus of $3,000 to help you pay your own Assured for Life office anywhere in the US. Isn't that awesome? As in addition to the overrides, to the bonuses, to the commissions, and to the residual incomes. We will talk about that in a little while. All right. So as a regional manager, you will override your division managers by 10%, which is the difference, right, between your level and their level. Managers by 15%, leaders by 20%, directors by 25%, and pioneers by 30%. Can you imagine overriding somebody else's business by 30%? My goodness, and you can have as many as you want. That's how you grow, with us. Okay. So the company, this chart here shows that in addition to commissions, bonuses, and overrides, you also get paid in 2 other ways, from residual incomes from your direct sales, right? Personal sales, plus your team sales. All right. That starts from at 2% at the first level, and then 4% in all of the other levels. Ladies and gents, this is just money that comes to you every month after month 13 for all the plans that you wrote, okay, for the rest of the life of those plans. Think about that. Everything adds up, okay? And then you're gonna earn a team residual income from your entire organization. Think about that. So the more your organization grows, of course, the more your residual income will grow. All right. So the company pays twice a month. Okay. So that means that the sales that you make in the first half of every calendar month will be paid a week later. And the same thing with the second half of the month. All right. You will get paid a week later, all right, via direct deposit. You may register as an independent consultant, as an individual, or as a corporation, all right? And then these are just examples of how the company pays commissions. As an example, if you're a pioneer, right, the first level, if you're a consultant where the families pay $1,020 per year, your commission is 50% to start, right? And remember, you can go all the way to 80%. Plus, again, bonuses, plus overrides, plus residual incomes. So this is an example in which when the client pays, the minimum to start this membership is when the client pays 3 months in advance, and then monthly from that starting at the 4th month, they start paying monthly. All right. So in that example, your total commission will be $510, but it will be paid in the following way. See, the company will advance 75% of your annualized commission, okay, which is $315, I'm sorry, $385. And then the other 25%, you will get paid that on during month number 4 when the client makes their first automated payment of $85 in the standard rate states. All right. So now when the client, check this out. I was just talking about the minimum, right? That you will get paid $510. Remember, and then the company advances you 75% in the following payday and 25% during month number 4. However, if you, that's why I was saying that the presentation shows annualized commissions. All right. So what that means is that if the client pays, check this out, 6 months or a year in advance, then you get paid your full commission in the following payday. Isn't that awesome? See, and we give incentives to clients to pay 6 months, and that is that we will waive the one-time $30 enrollment fee, okay, or 2 months of free membership when the client pays a year in advance, okay, which is awesome. All right. And the other levels, the commissions are paid a little bit different, but just for you to have an idea. Okay, so this is just an example that when you become a director, you are at 55%. Pioneers, the first level, are at 50%, right? Then you override the difference, which is 5% from every pioneer, and you can have as many as you want. All right. Again, when the client pays a year in advance or 6 months in advance, your commission is paid in full the following payday. All right. So at this point, I would like to then open this for questions. Okay. If you have a question, please raise your hand. I'll be happy to answer the questions for you. We have a lot of leaders here, and we are looking for a lot more leaders in the US. We even have states in which we don't have consultants yet. How is that? I mean, this opportunity is virgin basically in the entire United States. What if I tell you that we only have about 4,000 representatives nationwide? I mean, that's not enough to conquer, 400, I don't know, almost 400 million people in the US, 350 plus million people. I mean, we need help, ladies and gents. All right. So we're going to open for questions here. I'll go over the how to become an independent consultant with us. Okay. I'll let you know up front. The only requirement that the company asks for is for you to own your own membership. You have to acquire your own membership from the person who invited you to the business. All right. Which is only common sense, by the way. All right. Once you learn that this is the most efficient way to take care of those inevitable funeral expenses, you're going to want to have a membership like this. Okay. You will feel great about offering it to others. Okay. Because that's how we help families one at a time. See, families don't know about this concept. Families don't know about the company. You have to set an appointment and do a presentation and close, okay, every client, okay. And the company will even mail a $25 check to any individual. Check this out. They don't need to be even clients. Any individual who refers somebody to you who actually buys the membership. Isn't that awesome? So those 2, 3, 4, 6,000 contacts that you have on your cell phone, okay, you can have them motivated to refer people to you because they will get a check for every true referral. All right. Now, the second step is that the person who invited you is going to send you a link for you to sign up as an independent consultant, and then you have to get certified with us. The certification process is free of charge. It's very simple. You just watch a few videos that will give you the answers to a few questions after you watch the videos. Come on, that's something very simple. All right. And you can start selling on the same day, okay, that you acquire your membership. That's like quickly you can start making money with us. All right. So we're going to open for questions here. we have leaders here, rocking and rolling. So we have the awesome Roderick Morris. Go ahead, Roderick.
Good evening, Rocky. Thank you for a great presentation. My
Thank
my
you.
question is, I have a lady who does not have children of her own, but through marriage she has stepchildren. Would they qualify?
Great question. And the answer is yes, they do qualify as children. Same thing for step parents. All right. Step parents qualify as parents on the application. All right.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Roderick is moving and shaking that area in Maryland, all that area, which is awesome. Okay. Thank you for that great job that you're doing over there, Roderick. Um, then we have, Michelle Tillman. Welcome. What is your question, please?
Hola, senor. I did put them in the chat. The first question is, does it have to be a family plan? If I were to get somebody and they could do it was just them, would they still be able to sell the plan? And the second question is, does, well, would you like to answer that question?
Okay, let's go step by step. Yeah, the answer is that a consultant who wants to, or a person who wants to become a consultant with us have to buy a family plan. The reason we say that is because we do offer, like individual plans for people under 65 and over 65 and up to age, individual plans up to 65. Okay, we have a rate for that. And then other people in the silver plan up to age 75. But they do have to buy a family plan or silver plan of at least $840 per year. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And another question is, you know how months 13 and 14 are free? And I was consulting with, the gentleman, and he said the first year is when you get months 13 and 14 off if you pay annually. But after that, you pay annually and you just pay the full amount.
That is correct. However, see, I have this plan for 6 years now, and I noticed that when I pay, let's say the second or the third or fourth year, if the company has special offers at that time, they have offered like a 1 month free after the first year. Remember, it's not every year; it's whenever they have offers available at that time. All right.
Okay. And the
Yeah.
final question is, thank you for answering. The question is, does the transport of the body to the cemetery that the company does provide, if it's local, allow for all the cars to follow to the cemetery like the processional? So I know we don't cover the limo, and I know the family would have to cover the limo, but would they be able to travel behind the hearse and put the stickers on all the cars so that they can follow them to the cemetery for the service? And
Only
thank
if
you.
that's a part of the standard funeral package that we pay to that funeral home. All right. So it's gonna depend on whether that funeral home in particular offers that service or not. We do pay for the transport of the deceased from the funeral home to the cemetery, but the other part, that's not guaranteed. That has to be part of what's considered a standard funeral package. All right.
Well,
So it
I've
depends
never
on,
been to a funeral that did
uh,
not have where we could do that.
um,
And I understand the company does not pay to put that together, but you're saying if that is part of the funeral home services, then sure. But
uh,
if they don't provide that, you can't guarantee that that could happen.
No, I would rather say no to it, because remember, we pay for specific benefits. So that's why I took the time to read those 7 specific items that we pay for to that funeral home. Okay. So thank you for the question. All right. And I would like to know, let me see here. Anybody else with a question, please? We are almost done here. We have a lot of leaders here. We had the opportunity, several leaders, to meet the CEO today, okay, for lunch in South Florida. It was a great, event, and we posted that on the chats. If you want to um, get notifications, okay, then please make sure that you are part of a chat where you get those notifications. Let me see. We have here Joinanji. Am I pronouncing your name correctly? Go ahead, please.
Yes, Rocky, how are you?
Great. How about you?
I'm doing great. Thanks a lot for this presentation this evening. So my question is on the membership, we have the wife, we have a wife, we have a husband, and if we have a son, I know that only two individuals can write on that contract. So what would you recommend if that son is on there and he wants to write as well and it's past 3 days, so they can't take him off and put someone else there? Should he just still go on a new plan?
I don't quite understand your question. I'm sorry. You're talking
Okay,
about like
a consultant,
a consultant, okay?
right? So a consultant can, how many people can write under one contract? One or two?
Okay, is in most cases is the holder who does the business. However, the company offers a flexibility uh, to another member who could be one of the following three. All right, it could be a son or a parent or the spouse of the holder. That person, does not have to purchase a plan to like to meet that requirement to sell this membership. It's one of those three specifically, not the three. All right.
Yeah. So my question is, if the husband and wife both want to write, and there's a son on there that would also like to write, he cannot. He would need to still get his own plan, correct?
That is correct. He would have to
Mm,
have a separate plan, okay, where he is the holder, and then he meet that requirement to purchase a plan to
Okay,
sell it.
so he'll just be covered twice, even though if something should happen, they would
Mm,
only pay once, but he would need to have his own separate plan. Okay.
yeah, well, when somebody gets a second plan, then they will not have coverage on the first plan. They will start getting coverage on the second plan, and the time that went by will be honored, okay, on that other plan. All right.
Okay, so that's good to know. But no one else can go to replace him on the original plan until the anniversary date. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yes. Okay. It's because replacements can be done on the next anniversary of the plan, on each anniversary of the plan. All right. Even
Mm-hmm.
members can be changed. Okay. The only replacement that can be done immediately is when the holder passes. All right. The family gets to select who the next holder is going to be. Okay. At no extra charge. All right. By the way, so that means that if you look at it, technically that group of up to 7 members may continue indefinitely. That means residual income for life for you. All right. So, which is great. So,
Okay, Rocky, I have one other question. After is the in order to change or make some changes on the plan once it's written, 3 business days or just 3 days?
3 business days.
Okay.
Okay. Yes. All
All
right.
right. Thanks a lot, Rocky.
You're very welcome. All right. Our application, by the way, for the client is very simple. It's only 3 digital pages where, on the first page, you take general information or basic information for the holder and a contact, an emergency contact. On the second page, you just add the names and date of birth of the people that you want to protect. And on the third page, you just select, if the client wants to pay monthly, semi-annually, or annually, and then you send a payment link to the client, wherever that client is in 48 states, and they sign and pay on their end, on their cell phone. It's like, it's that simple, all right? So it's a very simple process. Then that's how you get, okay, become an independent consultant with us, right? You get your plan from your sponsor, you get that link from your sponsor, and you get certified with us. So tomorrow, okay, remember, tomorrow and every 2 Wednesdays, the company offers training, okay, for consultants. So don't miss out. tomorrow at noon Eastern time, okay, company training in English and 10 a.m. in Spanish. All right. So, and then every leader, okay, offers, company overviews at different times during the week. If you want to know when the next training or company overview is, make sure that you are part of chats where you get notifications for trainings. That's very important. All right. So at this point, if you have more questions, or if you want to join our team, then please get back to that person who invited you to this business opportunity meeting, and that person will set an appointment with you to go over the your plan, right? Your membership, and they will send you a link for you to sign up as a consultant. All right. So it's let me see here. Somebody else here. We're gonna take a couple of more questions before we end the meeting. Godwin, am I pronouncing your name correctly, Godwin? And what is your question, please? Are you available to talk, Godwin? All right, let's go to the next person. All right, Arthur Tayabas, welcome. What is your question, please? Arthur, you have to mute your mic. We're not able to hear you. We still can't hear you, Arthur. You have to mute your mic. All right, Godwin, are you available? All right, so I'm sorry, but Arthur, please let me know whenever you have. Godwin, you have to mute your mic as well. All right. So, all right. So this is the end of the presentation. All right. It's going live on YouTube if you want to look it up. All right. We also we invite you to explore our consultants webpage, assureforlifeconsultant.com. You will find all these resources here. See all these trainings available here. Here's an app tutorial for you to learn how to write an application, okay, which is very simple. And then all these presentations here. See, this is the presentation that I just read, okay, and this is the one that please always read to the clients so they don't miss any valuable information. The growth plan, we went over that. You have the consultant's guide to success, digital flyer, the logo if you want to market, via social media, the referral incentive. This is what I was telling you about, those $25 that the company offers to any individual who refers somebody to you who actually buys our membership. You can send them this form, and then they will send you the referrals. Okay. And
Hello, Rocky.
yes, Roderick, go ahead.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Mr. Godwin is a funeral home director, and I know what his question was.
Oh, okay. What's the question, please?
He wanted to know in what time frame would they receive payment. You know what funeral home directors generally want to know.
Oh, yes. So as I mentioned, once a family loses a membership, with this plan, they just need to call us. That line is available 24/7. And at that time, the company will locate a good quality funeral home in that city where the family needs the funeral service to take place. The company will pay that funeral home on that same day or night. And that's how, we pay like, really fast. We just wait for the death certificate. All right. And then that's all we need to make that payment. And that, as funeral home directors know, that's processed very quickly in most cases, So yeah, we pay very like on the spot, basically. All right. In general. So that's how quickly the company pays. Not like in life insurance that, that the company eventually will pay, but you don't know when, because, sometimes insurance company takes, a few days, if not weeks, okay, to pay. And that might be a concern because remember, when a body is held at a funeral home waiting for the payment, guess what? The funeral homes charge, every day that a body is. All right. So, Yeah. So I hope that answered the questions, Godwin. And let me see here. So, ladies and gents, thank you very much for your participation, and I'll see you then tomorrow during company training at noon Eastern time. And if you have any questions, please get back with the person who invited you, and I'll see you then at the top of success. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure having you here, and I see you in the next meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Rocky.
Good
Rocky,
night, everyone.
Rocky,
Night. Yes. Who is calling my name?
Arthur, Rocky.
Oh, Arthur, finally, you're there. Welcome. Okay,
Okay.
I'll take your question. What's your
Alright.
question, please?
Okay, Rocky, just a clarification, because in the video and the one that you were presenting to us is the 840, and in the video it says 1020. That's the family plan, and then in the video it says for sales of 1020, and then we get the bonuses. But in your presentation, you mentioned about the 840, we get the bonus. So just a clarification. I just want to make sure that we are in the same bonuses.
Okay. All right. So the bonus, you get paid either 160 or 200 or $300. I'll
Okay.
explain. You either get paid $160 when the client pays the minimum to start the membership, which is 3 months in advance,
Correct.
or $200 if the client pays 6 months in advance, or $300 if the client pays a year in advance. So regardless whether the client is at a standard or a special rate state, you get paid the same bonus.
Understand that. The 500 that I'm talking about.
Oh, the
The
$500 is for every 4 personal sales that you make in any calendar month.
In a month. But
right.
Okay, it doesn't necessarily 1,020. It has the 840 is included. The 840 is included.
Right. It's
correct.
at
Okay,
least
that's
840.
great.
At
That's
least
great,
840,
great.
and you qualify for the bonus, and that is a sale that qualifies like towards the number of sales that you need to get promoted.
Oh,
That's
great,
minimum,
great.
840.
So four in a month. 4 in a month.
Yeah, you get paid $500 for every 4
Bonus.
personal sales. Yeah, bonus
in a
in
month.
addition to the either 160 or 200 or 300, depending on the frequency in which a client pays. Isn't that
Great,
awesome?
great.
I mean,
Great. Okay. One more
that's
additional question.
Yeah.
Rocky. So the one that certificate is available to 7. It doesn't matter, but it's only one could avail that certificate. Is that right?
Yes, we pay for one. If the family
Just
needs to have more than one, they will purchase that directly from the funeral home.
okay, all right. Okay, that's very clear.
All
Thank
right.
you very much,
Awesome.
Rocky.
Thank you very much,
Nice
ladies
talking.
and gents.
Nice talking to you.
All right, awesome. Thank you for your awesome
right.
questions.
Thank you very
I'll
much.
see you guys in the next meeting. All right, thank you.
All
Goodbye.
right.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.